Hey y'all, I'm Weber Grill Master Jason Pruitt. The Kettle Smart Ring was built for low heat smoking and medium heat roasting. I'm going to show you how to set up your charcoal for either. So for cooking temperatures below 300 degrees Fahrenheit, we're going to arrange our coals in a configuration that we like to call a sloppy snake. First, pour briquettes starting 4 to 5 inches away from the fan tunnel. Next, place a large drip pan in the middle of the grate. Place 2 fire starters directly on the fuel grate, about 4 to 5 inches away from the fan tunnel. Set aside a few briquettes that you will use to cover the fire starters after you light them. The amount of charcoal and thickness of your sloppy snake will help set your temperature during a long cook. I'm using about 4 to 5 pounds for less than 250 degrees. You can add another pound, a slightly thicker pile, for higher temperatures of 250 to 300 degrees. If you're going to use wood chunks, here's where you'd want to position them near the first third of your pile. Now you're set up for low heat cooking. For medium heat roast, 300 to 425 degrees, we want to arrange our coals towards the back of the fuel grate. So this is perfect for roasting because it creates a 2-zone indirect setup. First, pour the charcoal toward the back of the bowl on the fuel grate. The pile should be at least 4 to 5 inches away from the fan tunnel. Place a large drip pan on the opposite side of the bowl. This is optional, but it keeps things clean. Now place 2 to 3 fire starters in your pile. Space the fire starters out, like this, so they can ignite both ends of your charcoal pile. The amount of charcoal will help you maintain your temperature. I'm using about 4 pounds for 3 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You can add another pound for 375 to 425. Now you're set up for medium heat cooking. Let's talk about igniting your grill. The Kettle Smart Ring makes this fast and easy with the rapid fire assist mode. Ignite your coals directly on the fuel grate while also preheating your grill. For low heat, first light the fire starters on the fuel grate. Then use your tongs to place a few more briquettes on top of the lit fire starters. For medium heat, light the fire starters on the fuel grate. Then use your tongs to place a few more briquettes on top of the lit fire starters. To start your fan, you have to set a temperature on your controller. Turn the dial to the desired temperature and then press to start your fan. Once the fan is on, open the fan door to allow the air to blow into the kettle and reach the coals. This is a critical step because your fire needs air. You'll see the flame dancing when air is reaching the coals. Now it's time to place our cooking grate back on the grill. Next, we're going to close our lid and let the fan take over. We want to make sure that our damper is opposite of our fan and that our bottom vent is fully closed. For low heat cooking, make sure your top damper is 1/4 open. For medium heat, make sure your damper is 1/2 to 3/4 open. Rapid fire assist is getting us up to our target temperature very quickly. It's also preheating our grill at the same time. Now, for those low heat settings, it will overshoot your target temp, but don't panic. That is just so the grill can get to the temp that it needs to be. It'll come back down to that target temp and it'll settle in there for the rest of the cook. So the fan is going to make sure that we maintain our target temp that we just set. We can adjust that temp using our controller or on our smart device using the Weber Connect app. The food probe allows us to check the internal temperature of our food so that we get perfect results every time. So what's amazing about the Kettle Smart Ring? No more fiddling around with dampers to try to nail in that target temp. Now you can sit back and relax because the fan is going to take care of all the work for you. Manual mode is a setting that gives you the flexibility to choose fan speeds 1 through 10. Now you get to choose your own adventure. Now it's time to turn off our Kettle Smart Ring and shut down our grill. First, we want to press the dial until we see stop. Press the dial one more time and then close the fan door. Fully close the top damper. Once your grill is completely cool, you can now unplug your controller. Now you know the basics. Get out there and make some great tasting food. Happy grilling, y'all.